Welcome back to Parsnips and Parsimony. If you watched my bulk food haul and Aldi haul that I got after Thanksgiving, you saw that Charity snagged an amazing deal on celery at our local Aldi. So today I went back to Aldi to see what was at my personal local Aldi because she hit another one and to see what kind of goodies I can find. I found the same deal. Celery, 49 cents a bunch. What a steal. Normally you're paying $1.29 to $1.49 a bunch. 49 cents was really an amazing price. So I went and picked up 6 more of these. And my plan for them, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to be chopping them up and dehydrating them. So my thought process is that I'm going to take them, dehydrate them, and then put them downstairs in my cold basement where my pantry is, and we can keep all of the celery dehydrated in canning jars or canning jar, I don't know how much is going to shrink, and use it for soups throughout the winter. Just in case I can't get out this winter, I'll still have celery down in my pantry and I'll be able to just use that for soups and such. I was doing some reading on the internet and it said for your best success of dehydrating celery, you should blanch it. So I got my pot out here, I'm going to fill that up with water, and then this is going to be for draining it and then soaking it in cold water. So while the water is boiling, I'm going to start prepping these, washing them, and getting them chopped up. I hope this works. So I have a bowl here. This is going to just go in the refrigerator. I'm going to use this for soup. It's too small to put through the dehydrator. I would imagine it will fall through the little grate on my dehydrator, so I'll just refrigerate that and do that for soup. I have 2 full bags of celery chopped up. So you can see it filled up this colander pretty full, and I'm going to blanch this in batches. So I'm going to blanch this and then I'll probably chop some more and then blanch this, but I'm just doing this a little bit at a time. I don't like to get in the middle of a project and then have one of the kids get up, and then it just leads to frustration on my part as a mom trying to do a lot of different things with kids around. So that's why I'm doing this in batches. You certainly could do this all at once, a whole lot more than I'm doing, but I just break it down. It just, for me, it works a whole lot better in bite-sized chunks. So there's the water. It's boiling away. I'm going to add carefully all the celery. I'm going to see if I can film and hold this without making a mess over my stove and everything else. That wasn't too bad there. And let's see, I gotta set the timer for 3 minutes. It's got to blanch for 3 minutes, and then we'll pull it out and rinse it. And I mentioned that the celery that I just cut off, that was too small to put into the dehydrator. Right now I actually have a turkey carcass boiling away. There it is, cooking away. So that celery will go right into that once I can get the meat off the bones and make a nice big pot of soup with that. I have my pot of really super cold water here. I've got the colander here. We're going to go ahead and drain the celery in here and then immediately dump it into the cold water to stop that cooking process. And there it is. It's almost done. Hasn't changed much. Still looks like celery. Nice bright green celery. And there we go. Turn that off. Turn that off. that feels nice and cool, so we'll go ahead and drain this. I got my dehydrator out. We're using the American Harvest. This is by Nesco. We've had this for years, and it has been a workhorse. It works really well. I like the fact that I can control the temperature, and it just has been the best investment we've made. So according to what I've read, it says that it should take 12 to 18 hours to dry at the 120 degrees. We'll find out. I left it on the counter. I'll check it later. I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like after being dried. I've never done this before, but I thought at that price, let's try something new. Let's see if this works. And if it does, when you guys see a sale like that, you can snatch it and do the same thing. So it's the next day. I left the dehydrator on all day yesterday until I went to bed at 11. And then there were some pieces that were still a little, some of the thicker pieces that just didn't feel totally dry. So when I got up this morning, I turned it on for another maybe 2 hours. And this is what it looks like. Are you guys ready to be shocked? Where did it go? It shrunk away to almost nothing. And it's falling through the cracks. So there really wasn't that much after you dehydrated it. Some of it landed on the bottom. I'll show that. But go figure, look at this. Isn't that funny? And I know it shouldn't surprise me because, you know, at like the country stores and things like that, they have those cute little soup pack mixes that, serve 6. And they're these little tiny packets and they have all your vegetables that they've dehydrated them in. So I shouldn't be surprised. But I still was surprised when I opened that. I went, what? So I don't know if I'm going to actually need this big of a canning jar, but that's what I have right now. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with my, dehydrated celery and see how it goes. So that is it. Look at 2 bunches of celery. This is all 2 bunches of celery in that little bit of a canning jar. Wow, wow, wow. Curious to see how it comes out in my soup, but it's definitely very much very economical for space. 2 bunches is, maybe a cup of celery. Wow. I'm just gonna start using this for my soup when I don't have fresh celery. I think it's gonna be interesting to try. I think it's gonna work because you see it in the food, you see them in those soup packets. So there it is, my fun experiment. I'll probably do some more celery today because I still have 4 more packages I could go, and that would fill that up a little bit more, and I'll have some celery for soups and such this winter. I'm excited about that. I think that's a really good way to preserve excess and stretch the budget, paying a lot less for it than I would if I had to buy it full price at the store. So it's a win-win situation, and if I'm stuck in this winter, I don't have to run out just for celery. Let me know some of the foods that you've dehydrated before. I'd love to hear your ideas, and I will see you for our next video.